Hi everyone, how are you all? I am Alzy Runner. I have a weird subject today to talk about. Yeah, we're going to hit it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. I believe that people with different mental abilities exist because when I was younger, let's just say, I had experiences, and I don't believe in things without experiencing it firsthand, or seeing it at least. I don't really know what I am, but I know there are psychics, mind readers, listeners, feelers, empaths, and memory divers, but I can be wrong about some of them because some of them blend together as well. Also, there are people that if they can't expend their minds, like I guess through other ways, I guess they do it by touching instead. They could do it that way. I have some of the ones that I would say listeners. I would say that would be people that, like, if you say things out loud and people know, but that's more I think more like of a psychic, or people that go into memories that kind of would know that, like, because you say something around someone and they would know because you said it out loud or whatever around people or yourself. Same and feelers, I would say something kind of similar, except with like touch. Like if someone hugged someone else, then they would feel it or something like that. I feel a little touch, but not the same thing as like empaths. Like I would say empaths more emotional. But yeah. But what I'm seeing here is that there are a lot of different types of people, and some probably get confused with crazy people when they are not crazy. Some people can be more affected by what people believe of them more than others, and should learn who they actually are, and what they are capable of beforehand, to decrease the chances of that happening, or get some other types of training to decrease the chances of incidents. A lot of things could be prevented if people knew people's abilities, like crimes, abuse of all sorts, and such. People of all abilities would have to be included in the police and government. Rules would have to be placed on how the information is taken and processed, and all that, but that would have to be decided by people that are more versed in all that, of course. But yeah, there's a lot of things that happen to people. I guess what I was saying before about affected what people believe of them, or like what they think of them, things like that. That's what I meant. Yeah, there's if everything was more open, more inclusive, things would be able to be prevented. It would be easier to stop the bad things from happening, things like that. I have another topic to just talk about. I know there's just so you know, that if people try to get a ride out of you, act out, and try to make something small into something big, well, eventually they are going to get smacked. I am a good person mostly, but we all have our limits until we say, no, fuck this. When a family member asks for something and you don't give it to them right away, saying you will do it later, and they didn't ask you in any form beforehand, and they keep insisting, and then they bring other family members into it, kind of like a gang grouping on their target, until they get what they want. And this happens often enough to be a pattern. They all try to get under your skin for a purpose. My dad even takes the lock off the garage door, so it's not even lockable. And not even lockable, and like so many things happen, like you might need to lock it. It's such a weird move. And I and probably them to get poisoned, either in food, air, or even by putting a chemical near or on my things, that it eventually gets to me. And of course the grocery store are not that good in general either, because they put some chemicals in the food. They may put less at some points, but they eventually put more in it anyways, unless someone does the same thing to them when the store is closed. Putting things in the food while it's closed. I think they are acting like, what's it called? Like family members, and other people are acting like other people to avoid getting treated a certain way instead of facing the problem head on. And it's really weird when people you work with act like your family, or vice versa. They get poisoned by food as well, and by putting way worse things in cleaning products. But this has been my life for years, so I'm used to it. Whatever kind of system this is, it's wrong, and I think it ruins families and people. I think something should be done about it, but it hasn't been. I think it's just something that, it's just unthinkable, like the things that happen to people. Just because there's like certain systems in place where people don't want things done a certain way, so they act out in weird, gross, disgusting ways. Okay, if P.S. I just wanted to add that it's a good thing that they're looking at the structuring and how they make the care homes for the elderly. They're restructuring how they make them, and more building them more ventilated, because as I'm not sure if I said it already, but I'm a personal support worker, and the chemicals I use in there get all pent up. They there's no air conditioning. There's air conditioning, but not enough. It's not even ventilating very well. You close the door, it gets stuck in there for a while. The chemicals that people use, it's kind of horrible, and it ends up being like a Venus flytrap for the residents there, the elderly. They're like, oh, don't worry, just go to bed, let sleep while you get dissolved. Um, true, harsh but true. Um, yeah, and people just keep on using the chemicals, and I also think it's kind of like that. Some of them know they're like horrible chemicals. Like some of them, I guess they're not even made right. I think they're like, oh, it's so horrible in there, and they just spray them, and they know it. They remind me of kind of like terrorists. Like they are like, you know, like the, was it not terrorists, but kind of like the suicide bombers. They do it to make something happen, but in turn they pretty much attack themselves. Like kill, like suicide bombers. Like they spray the chemicals to get themselves to get someone else. It's kind of horrible. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, they should really be making them, like they say they're going to be making them more ventilated and all that. Um, yeah, they should like all the ventilators, even in the washrooms. There should be ventilators, even in the rooms, because it gets the chemicals get drawn in there and it stays in there, and the residents can't sleep. They can't. They just there. No one says anything like, "Oh, what's happening?" They just can't sleep because of what they're doing. Like what the, I don't know, the chemicals they're using to clean them, or whatever they extra stuff they put in those chemicals. Whatever. Sometimes, yeah, it's not right, of course. But yeah, like, and of course you have to see the thing about you can't you the like, if something's bad for them, do you keep on using it? Do you keep on doing it, or do you stop and try to find another way? Like you have to find the like moral, or like, I don't know, the moral side, like the, I don't know, like think it through. Does that really look very like good to you? Like keep on doing that? I personally don't think so, but people have different ideas. Like there's other ways to clean and keep them hygiene, of course. You have to like kind of go out of the box kind of deal. But yeah. Okay. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.